Hello minasan, Hikime Marikotes, and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Mahou Shonen WAN, and it's by the developer ALS that you should know by other games I played before that should be appearing on screen right now. Demo version, right? Let's just start the game. I'm guessing it's about magical girls, or like boys in this case, and dogs maybe. Alright. Finally, all my work is paying off. You were right. It was just as quick and easy as you promised. And now I'm finally getting what I deserve. The land of miracles. Is this it? Beyond this beam of light, will I behold my deepest desires? That's a relief. I'll be able to see everyone again. I don't know what I'm doing in evil voice, maybe it's not even evil. I hope they'll praise me for saving the universe. Thank you for everything, I cherish our time together. A whole world of dreams awaits me. Goodbye. Whoa. The sun's rays are beaming just outside the window. Today's the kind of day when you can't seem to focus on class at all. That's our magical boy. My name is Watanabe Shiro. Shiro because it's white, right? I'm a third grader at Kitayama High. Third grader? At high school. You could accurately describe me as an ordinary high school boy, even if I lack a thing or two. I could talk about my extraordinary qualities, but not a fiber in my body is extraordinary at all. I'm not proud to admit it, but my current life is almost completely revolving around my studies. I'm an aspiring doctor, so I tend to keep my nose in anatomy and microbiology books. Even my peers who have the same goals as me must have gotten bored of my extensive study. Shut up, nerd. Suffice to say, my social life is not amazing. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I'm only this fixated on my studies because of Both of my parents are working overseas, so my grandmother was the only one who could take care of me. Recently, however, age has been cursing her to no end. She now lays bedridden back at home. There have been countless home checkups and hospital visits, but none of them were able to put Ma on her feet for good. Maybe it's because she's too old. I tried everything, but in the end, I'm just an experienced kid. But I won't give up. I can't afford the time for a proper job, so I take whatever offer pays. Watering plants, dusting, babysitting, dog walking. A lot more people are relying on me, but I don't mind. I get my own money and I cook my own food, so I'm pretty self-sufficient. I study hard at school, I need my free time in order to eventually go to med school. And of course I take care of Ma by myself. Above all else, she's my worry every waking moment. If I push myself slightly harder, if I find a solution to all of her ache, I'll be able to save her. And once I know she's perfectly healthy, I'll be able to save a lot more people. In the end, that's what I truly want to do in this life. I want to save everyone. But you will find out that you cannot, right? Lunch break is over. What is this? This is the reflection of the window. The reflection of the lights. Okay. Is this a 3D? It kind of looks like a 3D. Definitely 3D render, right? I carry an empty bento box in one hand and an anatomy book in the other. Some of the images in the book were not exactly the best things to look at while eating, but I am far from desensitized. I tend to eat alone on the rooftop. Something about the lack of people and the sunlight makes for some good peaceful study. Now I just need to make my way back to the classroom. If only I want. Oi, Watani! What? I'm going to stop in my tracks. It must be that time of the week again. There's exactly one person on this planet that calls me that name, and that's... Who's this bad boy? Keto. Where have you been running to now? I've been asking around for you. The guy in front of me, it's Tsukumo Keto. We're classmates, but I hardly ever see him during classes. Standard delinquent of one of surprisingly few in this school. He's exactly as unpleasant to have around as he looks. Well, that's kinda rude. Despite looking unassumingly slender, he is more than capable of pulling a nasty punch. And if that doesn't send the message, the infamous blade he flings around like a toy might just set the deal. Seal the deal? And what can you do about it? Report to a teacher? Nice try, enjoy the tattletale title on your forehead and see how things only get worse. So if someone were to be chosen as his next source of money, maybe even for sick entertainment, that person will surely be hopeless in escaping. And that's you, right? It just so happens that something like that happened to someone standing right here. Like a gal guesses to who. Bro, what happened with your mouth? I'm done for Watani, all my money has gone down the drain. Have a body in it once again, will you? I'm always counting on you with this. Don't worry, I'll give it back when I get a chance. I'll give you more as a reward. You will not, absolutely not. We're still buddy buds, right? You haven't given on me just yet, have you? Because if we're not buddies, I wouldn't mind being a lot more cruel to you. My guess is more interesting in the two guys standing behind him at significant distance. Why? With this kind of abuse Karakun puts them through, I hesitate to call them his friends. There used to be 3 of them. I dread to think what happened to that other one. It's not like Karakun needs backup. Not when he only targets students that clearly stand no chance. Girls that not excluded, mind you. Damn it. Because to him, crying for mercy will make you funnier. It's the weak-willed despair that these people go home and rob. Wait, what? It's the weak-willed despair that these people go home and rub one out to. Wait, what? What? But I'm stronger than that, I'd like to think. I know that's exactly what he wants from me. He will take my money either way, so I'd rather not make myself more popular with this kind of people. And during times like this, he's not my #1 concern. I give him a 5,000 yen note, trying not to make it seem as if my heart is shattering in quadrillions of pieces. Is this all? You got plugs in your ears now? Is this all? Yes. But you have more. So? You got some nerd talking to me like that. But because you're my good buddy bud, I'll forgive you this once. Don't you think I deserve more for that? Come on, you know I'll keep a lot of it back at the first chance, right? You will not. But are you doubting me? Do you think I will ever lie? Either call me a liar, asshole, because I fucking hate liars, and I fucking hate people calling me a liar. I pass him another 5,000 yen note. It's bothersome, but I don't want to deal with this any longer. And gas is not as cheap as it used to be. Yeah? I came all over here, I may as well be paid for the trouble. What gas? You don't have any kind of vehicle? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What kind of high schooler has a vehicle? You are the one harassing people in the first place. Of course he doesn't. All he does is stirring up a fight. He can obviously win. Come on, I'll give it back before summer break. Promise. Although I really think I'm not a man of my word. Yet again, another 5,000. That's 50,000. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Watani. I owe this one. And to the foolish person, me is no longer of use to him. Karakun leaves with his bizarre chuckling. He reunites with his minions and they come and leave. The lack of laughing at my expense is somehow creepier. I really can't afford giving out money like this, not when Mai's the way she is. I have to make sure my encounters with him are way more sparse from now on. Or you can just dispose of him, maybe. The rest of the day occurs unceremoniously. I just finished cleaning the windows in my classroom. I have no side jobs to do today, so I wasn't rushing quite as much. Maybe I can still make it back home under the sunlight. I start making my way towards the exit. Shirokun. A Boy Scout's not far behind me. I struggle to remember it, but it reveals itself to be... cute girl with a eye patch for some reason. Otonagi-san. May. I insist, feel free to call me May. Oh, first name basis, alright. Out of every person I expect to deal with today, I would name a couple fictional characters before even considering Otonagi May. She's in the same year as me, but in a different class. She's a friendly girl coming from a rich family, being popular amongst the students. This must be the first time we have ever spoken directly, so I wasn't expecting her to approach me at all. What is with the music? If I may ask, Is your eye alright? What kind of... That's... You should not do... Oh, I can see you have an eye patch. Let me just go straight to it. She flashed a look of filtered surprise. Her hand rises towards her face, but she quickly pulls back down with her other hand. This little thing, it was just an embarrassing incident, that's all. One moment of mindless distraction and all it takes for something like this to happen. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to ask something embarrassing. Don't worry about me. Sorry. Honestly, I even forgot it was there just now. Yeah, sure. Please pay it no mind. I won't be needing it for long. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it's nothing serious. So then, do you need my help with anything? I wanted to meet you for one last time. That's... One last time? What do you mean? I'm afraid I won't be attending school anymore. I'm certain that you're more than capable of handling what's coming next. Okay, thanks. I'm not really following. Is she dropping out? And obviously I'll have to handle the upcoming semester just how I've done until now. It may be because we're not chatting a lot, but it feels like her phrasing is strange. But please let my heart go in peace. Promise me you will be safe. For I knew at the distance between us shrinked. She grabbed my hand, holding it pressed with both of her hands. My eyes were kept on her fierce gaze, but everything else was telling a different story. I can't possibly pinpoint what, but something about her looks miserable. The eye patch? The pale color of her skin? Because in order to live happily, I could never desert you and leave you to die. As selfish as this is for my own inner peace, I have to know if you will overcome all hardships. This is too anime for me, maybe a little too much anime. Shiro-kun, please tell me. Are you truly ready to bear it? Yes, of course I will. What's wrong with this girl? Scholar's not much of a walk in the park, but this is such an overt romanticization. It brings me so much peace to hear that. Certainly I knew what I was feeling was true. Then I won't have to regret this at all. Okay. Still holding my hand, she uses one of her hands to retrieve something from her pocket. With much secrecy, she places something in my palm and closes it. I barely got to glance at it, but the color was striking. It's a small object with edges. Could it be a... I believe you deserve this. I'm gonna pawn it to pay for my mass treatment. I believe you deserve this and we will get rid of soon enough. This is a wonderful gift, thank you so much. No, you were its righteous owner from the start. I am simply a mediator for you to obtain what you were foretold. So you were the previous magical person and then you had an accident and you're leaving? I was just given a wonderful red crystal. These reflections, these edges, I really think whatever material it's made of, it's original. This can be true, could it be gifted even if it's just a fraction of the Otaragi fortune? I could sell it on beer, yeah, exactly. If no one manages to identify whatever long-lost cousin of the ruby this is, I could sell it for so much more than it might be worth. Unless even the material is deeply rooted in the Otanagi family. Will that make it even more rich, or will that raise eyebrows to how I got it? Rarely just say Otanagi may give me as a gift. Is that a common thing she does? No, if these shards are giving away like candy, that will make it significantly less expensive. So then it's a small rock exactly like a small, common, pretty valueless rock? I'm certain that soon enough you will treasure it greatly. You think so? How much worth does it have? An immense one. I hope the miracles awaiting will delight you. I knew it, I'm rich! Thank you. I like how Shiro thinks, like going straight for the monetary value of the things. Although, I personally could never sell something that someone gave me as a gift, that's kinda disrespectful. Don't mention it, I was certain you were its righteous owner from the moment I saw you. Well now, my time here is running thin. It was a pleasure meeting you, Shiro-kun. Goodbye. Farewell, Mason, And with a radiant smile, seemingly to form a trail on her way, she walks past me, the sound of her footsteps ever so loud. Best of luck at the... I can barely form a goodbye as I watch her walk away. Maybe it was this whole strange encounter, or maybe it was from the knowledge of her not attending this school anymore, but watching her walk away unnerves me to the core. As if I just talked to a ghost. Has the warm, open, and kind Otonagime always been so foreboding? I'm rich. I'm rich. Yeah. I walked on... I'm sorry, that's just funny to me. I walked on the hallway, practically escaping with joy and whimsy. My hand grasped Mason's gift nearly painfully. Is the bully gonna try to steal this from me? Surely it will, right? As if no pocket would be capable of handling its might, I watched my uncle inspect and sell crystals like this one, so I might need a word of advice from him. It's way too late right now, but I'll definitely have around there by the end of the week. And then I'll be set for life! I can even begin to imagine what I'll do with kind of money. First well, I'm not sure what I can realistically get, but I have plenty of time to think about it. Right now, I have to return to Ma. It doubts me on how quickly the sun has dropped and how foggy it suddenly is. It matters not, I'm already close by, so... A whistling sound comes... No! I look around in panic, but the sound seems ever-changing. Soon enough, I realize that it's coming from me. Okay, what? The one holding the crystal? Okay, magical person things are ensuing right now. Opening my palm, the kind of light marking the start of a new day hits my face. The crystal's shape, highlighted amidst the blinding light, begins morphing uncontrollably. It grows tall and wide, bouncing and twisting and forming curves instead of edges. It's a hot girl? It had become so bearable, the kind of hell unleashed with Pandora's box was opened. And as the grueling sound threatens to shatter my very mind... Or it's like a mascot thingy. Finally, here. How must I mix you oxygen? Oh man, I was absolutely suffocating. I don't need air to survive, but it comes to a point. One, it's a dog. Sorry, I need a moment. I get hot and bothered all the time, but never like this. Try not to hold me so tightly next time, will you? It's a doggy. Oh, lovely. My fur is no longer a fire hazard. 1. What an embarrassing introduction. This is why I'm never taken seriously. Let's see. Oh, greetings, wonderful young lady. You're a lady, right? No, I am. Alright, I get it. You're the boyish type, aren't you? Not my cup of tea at all, but it doesn't make you any less of a lady. What? Lady? No, I'm a guy. I'm not gonna make that sound. Well, how could that be? You have the wrong person, goodbye. That's the actual normal reaction to this kind of things. I turn around and walk away, trying my best to be as casual as one can be. Well, that just happened. No way it was real though, that will be a crazy thing to see. I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy. Hold on. There's no way something like this is happening. The tiny freak, you can't, it's a doggy, okay? It's a doggy that talks, yes, and probably flies, but it's still a doggy, right? No, there's something amiss here. You're not hiding one terrible secret, are you? The wild stroking of the pus is going to my tights. At this rate, it's totally going to... Hands up, burp. Wait, what's happening? I'm right, stop punching me. The squeaking is coming from my organs. What do you want from me, you flying fluffy dog? How could this happen to me? My streak of good luck must be over. 1. So many decades of being held by beautiful young ladies. How could I fall in the hands of whatever you are? I'm telling you, I'm a boy. It's just... I just lack some important. Okay. What does that mean? Yeah. What's stuck in your undergarments then? That's none of your concern. Well, if you're going to make use of me, I very much would rather know I'm not into guys at all. Just leave me alone, you creep. I'll stay and don't believe it when I'm saying, but I think I'll stay wondering this once. I turn around again and get ready to run away. Watanabe Shiro. Suddenly hearing my name, I could swear someone else was calling out for me. Of course, the only one here to call for me is that weird creature. How do you know my name? That's the first thing I learned when you were giving the jewel. Was it cursed this whole time? You have it on you, I can sense it no matter what it is. Even after its strange metamorphosis, the crystal still lies on my palm, unchanged and unbothered. I knew it if my battle bring me the usual utmost pleasure. As you are now its owner, I will serve you in your many quests. 1. If we're going to work together, I better introduce myself at last. I'm known as an Inugami, but for convenience sake, feel free to call me Inu. A dog, huh? I always wanted to have a pet. Is this an Inugami Korone reference? Maybe. Maybe not. Shiro-sama, how cruel of you. We barely met and you're already considering me lesser. How could you? I don't want to tell you about the tainted that's approaching. Wait, what do you mean approaching and tainted? Hey, this kind of looks like the monsters in Digimon Survive, right? I forgot. Kensoku? It was Kensoku or something like that, right? The taint. I thought it was tainted. Here. Monster. A creature covered in natural color and a pattern rolls towards me. A single arm sticking out, moving erratically as searching for something. For the crystal, I'm guessing. Shiro-sama, it's time to fight. Smash the jewel into the ground. Leave the questions for later, just do it. Yeah. Is this the magical girl transformation? As the monster readies to swing, I throw the crystal into the ground. Sorry. I expect the sound of shattering, but the delicate sound of the contact was nothing like it. The gentlest of planks resounded in my ears, my surroundings allowing the crystal to sing its tune. It felt just as sudden as this encounter when the crystal ended its greetings with the ground. With the same amount of panic force, it made its way back towards my neck. For no more than a moment, the sharp edge of the crystal made contact with my skin. This is the most complicated transformation I have seen. It passed through with ease, but I could feel was a sudden press. Despite my despair, it was not a deep wound that was left afterwards. The rising feeling in my throat spoke the truth. It fused with me, its presence now through every nerve in my body. Blinding light radiating from none other than me. My surroundings spun in all sorts of directions, my ears perking up a distant sound of cheery music. Something is shining in the deepest parts of my being, as if an incredible power is born, not granted but revealed, and with it certainly to fill my being. As the light clears, I find myself in the same situation. One of the creatures disappeared, and it wasn't the big scary one coming towards me. Amidst the chaos, I barely feel the thing I'm holding trying to drag my hand down. What is this? Is this a flail? Of course it is. Battling evil can be done with just a fancy stick, you know? Where even are you? I'm in your mind now. I know your most terrible secret. My name is Shiro-sama. How scandalous of you to have done that? Stop that. Come back here and help me. I'm right here to aid you. Look at your color. Where is the magical girl boy outfit? Is there something on my... This is not my school uniform. Okay, let's see. It fits the character, but it doesn't look as magical as I expected. I guess this is for magical boys. I'm kinda used to magical girls. Your battle suit, of course, at least 10 times stronger than any fabric designed and made to be flexible and allow quick movement. Consider yourself protected. Most female variants are considerably more revealing. So then, do I really have to fight in this thing? Precisely. All of your questions will be answered. Let's just take this taint. Okay, it's tainted one, just the other one it's a typo. My mind is riddled with questions, but there's clearly a bigger concern to worry about. This transformation. Yes, I figure as much already. I'm the only one capable of fitting it, so there's no point in hesitating. I'll give it my all. There we go, 1. I'm counting on you, Shiro-sama. Am I gonna fight an RPG battle with it? Oh, I am. Okay. Attack. There you go. attack. Missed, damn it. 4. There we go. Critical strike. 5. I'm gonna die? Damn. I cannot heal. Am I gonna die in the tutorial fight? Let me. Man, I didn't save. Jesus, let me save right now. Maybe it's not too late. There we go. I should have fucking died, bro. Okay. I was like, man, how am I losing? It was on purpose, right? Actually, good game over screen. Currently not available. Try again. Wait, I wasn't supposed to die? Yeah. What happens if I guard? I just want to know. 1 damage. Okay. There you go. 5. It just got. I just don't deal enough damage. Oh, I can heal now? Okay, yeah, so the strat is to guard a few turns special. Yeah, okay. You won! Obtain 1 heal. Alright. Amazing game over screen, by the way. Love it. As the smoke clears, the monster is nowhere to be seen anymore. The fierce purification is the most exciting one. They just appear like that. And what do you mean purification? I just hit it a bunch of times. But you're a destined weapon nevertheless. And that's exactly what you needed to do. Look, it's right there. Inu points at the ground. That's just a plastic cup. Exactly, that was its original form. Hitting it with the flail has drained the poison that gave it that form, therefore purifying it. I remember an anime that was similar to this one. It was not about magical boys or girls, but it was... I mean, I forgot the name, but it was like this guy and this like lolly... I feel like I'm not describing anything specific. But they kind of fighted like spirits that possessed normal things, right? And they have to complete like specific rituals to purify them. I just remember that it was like this blonde girl with huge titties, and they have to play like... I don't remember. It's been years since I watched it, and I don't think I finished it. Never mind, let's go. It's way too deep in this madness, so how about you give me some answers now? What the hell is going on in here? Still confused? Very much confused. It's quite simple. As the current beholder of the jewel, you are now a security and vitality investigator of our realm. Savior, as it's easier to say. Savior, okay, yeah. Nice. I like this one. Using its powers, you are capable of purifying detained objects that have been taken over by a potion, permitting in the... But why? Why? Who's potioning objects? That's what I want to know. A potion that wants to taint everything that makes up the universe. What? It's for you to make sure that doesn't happen. Come again? As a current beholder... No, like that. It's just... Everything about this is insane. I'm still not sure if I'm dreaming or now or what. If all of this is real, that's even scarier. How am I supposed to deal with such a cosmical issues? I'm just an ordinary high school boy that has to study medicine and protect his grandma, I guess. Well, no, don't be like that. If uncountable high school girls can do it, so can you. High school girls? Precisely. Fierce fighters determined to do what's right, slicing through the air, hair flowing and poops bouncing. Just thinking about it makes me... Man, this game is too anime for me. You nasty little freak. God forbid you like... I was about to do something cancelable. I'm not gonna say it. In that case, I extend a jewel towards the shaking nose bleeding mess that is Inu. Have it back. I'm sure there are tons of other people that could use it better than me. Don't say that. That's not even how it works. You were chosen, Shiro-sama, the savior, before you have given it to you because they felt the power inside you. Certain power only felt by those that have it, the one that determines who is destined to save the universe. Look, I appreciate the thought, but there's a lot of worries already plaguing me, and the fate of the world should not be one of them. Thank you for the offer, but I'll pass. You can keep up now, knowing you're about to be granted your miracle. Miracle? You are capable of purifying Athena, demonstrating your capabilities, and now the Land of Miracles will place you with a miracle. I get to choose it? After everything I witnessed, I am now partially willing to believe that such a place exists. Can I choose what miracle to receive? Not a chance. That would be a wish, and there's no such thing as the Land of... Okay, yeah, I guess that's true. You'll see, very soon something in your life will change for the better. Well, that's pretty relative, right? Because like the grandma dying will be for the quote-unquote better because you don't have to take care of her anymore. That's exactly why you need to keep fighting the potion. All saviors are granted a place in the Land of Miracles. Think about it, everything you ever wanted next to everyone you ever loved. A way for the universe to personally thank you, where everyone you hold dear will follow. If not for you, for those you care about. That sounds super convenient. Don't let them suffer in a world dominated by evil. Sounds too good to be true. If I don't, they'll... Can I really carry such a tremendously big task on my shoulders? What I really want to do in this life, save everyone. Yeah, but you don't have to be a doctor. You can just do it just like that, right? She's the last person I ever want to see in danger. If this isn't a dream, if this is reality and I must face, then maybe. Hey, Inu. Yes, Shiru-sama? Can I go back in my school uniform? I really need to get back home now. I suppose there's no need to wear such an attire anymore. Just let go of the flail and then return to the jewel alongside everything on you. You still have the uniform on you after all. Unless you'd rather become naked instead, I can do something about that. Not in the slightest. I just better say that sorry, I guess, yeah. See you later. Maybe not say, but the jewel on you, I'll always be close to you. Just as a warning, so you won't do anything funny with me around. Alright, I head with you. Bye-bye. Oh, I remember now. It was called... the anime that I mentioned before, just in case. I don't remember exactly what, but it was called something like Phantom World Myriad Colors or something like that, right? Myriad Colors Phantom World, maybe? I think that's the name of the anime. And with my inner peace completely obliterated, I drop the flail from my hand. It alongside Inu begins to glow, seemingly dissolving into the air. Nothing remains beyond the colorful mist. I look around for a couple moments, relieved that no one has been around for any of that. Dream or not, I'm still standing in the middle of the street. As the sun continues its ascent, life seems to resume its never-ending flow. I mustn't stand around for even a moment longer. I got to go home to Ma. She's probably starving right now. Nearly running down the street, I finally resumed my way back home. With the kind of day I had, bringing mass dinner is the kind of normality I needed. A whole tray with a bowl of ramen and a glass of... You should not be feeding ramen to an old sick lady. A piece of onigiri stands resting on the bowl. It's the kind of food I only make on special occasions, even if it's one of my favorites. I feel like celebrating, even if it might be too hard for her to eat. Carefully tracing my steps, I slide the door open. Dinner's ready, Ma, I say almost absent-mindedly. The sight of this room always brings my mood down. Just like any other day, I look at her lying on the... The food is empty, the usual shape no longer greeting my... Okay, so either she's good now and she's doing something, or she died. Or disappeared. There's several covers pointing to the edges of the mats. I follow them until they get interrupted by a pair of bare feet. A figure stood by the window, glancing outside, when moving like a picture unaffected by frivolous things such as time. It was a figure I never thought I'd see standing again. I hear sounds of something splashing on the door. Luckily, it was only the glass of water sliding off. Huh? Shiro! Look at you still towering over your dear old man. Stop that, this is kinda cute. Stumbling to let Ray down, it takes my might not to hug her as tight as possible. But just now you were. What are you doing? What happened? I really cannot tell. I was lying down and then my legs were just itching to stand up once again. I suppose all those remedies, your determination. You did it, Shiro. I knew you could. There's no time in fighting the lump in my throat. No longer can I fight back the tears never. This is kinda sweet. Streaming down my cheeks. After all the anxieties throughout this night, it feels like a plug has been removed, letting out the overflowing water. The only sound that I can let are sobs, a wet spot forming on Matt's shoulder. Don't cry, Shiro. Now when I'm so filled with life again. Is that onigiri I see on the tray? I guess you must have sensed it while cooking. Let's eat it together, alright? I have to see if you can still make them better than me. As Masa gently caresses my hair, I swallow the rest of my waves, burying them for the rest of the evening. This is the only miracle I could ever ask for. Is this what Inu was referring to? A miracle from the land of miracles? Could a place like that not only exist but grant miracles here as well? This day has been anything but ordinary. There's not much to process. Where do I even begin? Your cooking skills have grown to be incredible, Shiro. You will be a good boy wife. Of course they have. I was taught only by the best. You've grown so much, even if you had to because of me. I'm so proud of you, my wonderful grandson. I'll start considering everything tomorrow. Right now, I mustn't miss the wonderful dream while it lasts. The only lived day is as wonderful as this one. When I think about it like that, I guess going to the land of miracles doesn't sound that bad. That sounds like dying, by the way. Wait, what? Why am I fighting now? Am I... What? I should guard now, right? And then I heal. He's level 3, I'm level 2. There we go. I can attack you once more. Damn it, I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't save. Special. There we go. What is with that random fight? It just came out of nowhere. Following that day, I assimilated the role of a savior. Inu will sense the tainted around town, and I will purify it. It was my repayment for the miracle given and my hope for more to come. Even as Inu spoke of facing more dangerous threats, I wasn't worried. Purifying is a simple task, no matter the enemy. I already died once. Nothing bad can come from this. Are you sure about that? You versus... Bro, what? I cannot even save. Missed. Oh. Missed. Damn it. I swing my arms widely, unable to locate the source of the hits. Damn it. The only thing filling me, despite the suffering, is rage. Rage at the life that's been robbed from me. Wait, what? Rage at my own shortcomings in this pathetic life, as sure as it was. Rage at the ones who killed me. Wait, who's this? For a long time now, I've been a mere husk of my former self. And I know. I won't be missed. Oh. End of demo. You why are visual novels demos like this, they always end on the best part, and they just never complete the game or take forever. Mahou Shonen 1-1 by Als. Art, writing, programming, Als. Backgrounds, Mugen John Sale and Noraneko Games, I'm guessing. Music, Deva Syndrome. Sound effects, Pixabay and Als. Made for the Nano Reno to 2025. Thank you for playing. Okay. So that was Mahou Shonen 1-1. Definitely not what I was expecting from the title of the game. I mean, it has a Mahou Shonen and it has a dog that makes 1-1, yes, but it gets pretty anime. I guess that's the point, right? Like a parody of anime tropes and stuff like that. But the actual story, it's kind of good. The moment with the grandma actually make me like feel emotions, which is it's really good. It's really wholesome, right? You know that thing. The fights are funny. I like the death scream. That was the best part for sure. And yeah, I cannot say like I like it. I cannot say like I'm waiting for the full version. I don't know if this concept gives for like a. You definitely need to know like what happens with the Land of Miracles and like the other monsters. What's the secret this boy is keeping, right? But I don't know, like I don't think this gives for like a 6-hour visual novel, right? But it definitely gives for like a 2-hour full version with a complete thing. Definitely does. If you guys want to play this game, the link will be down in the description with all the games I played so far. Please give it a try. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, developer, for making the game. It was really fun. And I will see you guys in the next indie game, stream, or whatever I decide to do with this channel. I'll see you later.